I was about to tell my fated mate I got my sight back. Then I walked in on him talking to his brother Archer.
Ashton, I know you lost your memory, but Vanessa is your true mate. She's dying. Only your S-rank healing can save her. You have to help her.
Ashton said nothing.
If you're worried about your little blind girl, just leave her to me. She can't see anyway. I'll pretend I'm you. I'll take care of her. Fine.
My own mate threw me away. I didn't even have time to cry. Ashton left because I saw someone taller, broader, more gorgeous than Ashton could ever dream of being.
Ashton, you feel different today. Why's your tail on the left? Something on your mind?
Archer went completely rigid. 2 golden tiger ears popped out of his head. They twitched like crazy. His tail went ramrod straight. Ashton was a white tiger. Archer was a golden tiger. I looped my arms around his waist from behind. Then I dragged my fingers slowly across his thick pecs. With every touch, Archer got tenser. The tips of his ears turned so red they looked ready to bleed.
Babe, have you been working out? Your chest is 2 centimeters bigger than before. Your waist is 1 centimeter smaller. And your ass... Hubby, your body is chef's kiss.
Archer flushed from ear tips to collarbone. He bit his lip, held his breath so he wouldn't make a sound.
Hubby, say something?
He must have taken a voice masking potion. He sounded almost exactly like Ashton.
Don't touch me like that.
Hubby, your voice is kind of weird today, but it sounds so good.
Archer shot backward like I'd electrocuted him. Then he face-planted straight into the snow pile outside. I blinked. Then I smiled. A very bad smile. Archer rolled around in that snow for a solid minute, only came back when he'd cooled off completely.
Hubby, get water. Wash my feet.
He talked his brother into lying to me? Fine. Brother's debt, brother pays. Archer actually obeyed.
Okay.
He came back fast with a wooden basin. I kicked off my shoes, stuck my feet out. Archer's hands were even bigger than Ashton's. My feet looked tiny in his palms, but he clearly held weapons for a living. The calluses on his palms scratched a little. He kept his face cold, kneeled on the floor, put my feet in the warm water, washed them carefully.
My toenail polish must be chipped. Redo it.
I didn't hesitate to boss him around.
You can't even see. What's the point of nail polish?
You never talked to me like this before.
Tigers run hot. They hate cold. And Archer thought I was blind, so he was shirtless. Archer scrambled away like his life depended on it.
I'll go find the nail polish.
Oops, that really wasn't intentional. That night, we shared the same bed. I rolled over to grab water from his nightstand. Instead, I caught Archer texting his brother. Bro, what kind of life are you even living over there? I feel bad for you. At night, I got cold.
I'm cold. Shift into your beast form and warm me up.
That's ridiculous. Beast form is for combat only. You can't use it as a space heater.
If I couldn't cuddle something fluffy at night, I wouldn't sleep right.
Hubby, did your heart change or did you get swapped out? You used to let me sleep wrapped around your tail every single night. What's different now?
Of course I'm still me!
He reluctantly dragged his tail over.
Tail only.
The golden tiger tail slid into my arms. Compared to Ashton's fur, Archer's felt even softer. It smelled like fresh grass and snow. I hugged that tail and slipped into dreams instantly. The next morning, I didn't wake up until nearly noon. Archer was out in the yard chopping firewood. Oddly enough, despite looking as strong as ever, there were faint dark circles under his eyes. I glanced around the house. The floor had been swept, the chickens had been fed, even the swallow's nest that had fallen from the ceiling beam had been replaced with a new wooden platform. For someone who acted so grumpy all the time, Archer was surprisingly good at taking care of people. The moment he noticed I was awake, though, his face went cold again.
What now? Anything wrong?
Archer asked immediately.
Too bland. I need 2 sugar cubes.
You're a pain.
Archer clicked his tongue. Then he grabbed the mug from my hands and drank the entire thing. After washing the cup, he poured me a brand new one. I stared at him.
You know, you could have just added sugar, right?
He ignored me. After finishing the firewood, Archer sat beside me and started scrolling through his phone. Judging from his expression, he was probably texting one of his friends. She's definitely annoying. But don't worry, I've been giving her attitude the whole time. Archer seemed convinced that my obsession with sleeping while hugging his tail was the problem. So he'd ordered an air conditioner. In his mind, once the room was warm enough, I'd finally leave his tail alone. The plan would have worked, except a blizzard had hit the region. All deliveries were delayed, including the air conditioner, which meant that for nearly 2 weeks straight, I only had access to one tail. Frankly, it was unacceptable. When Ashton was around, I used to bury both my arms and legs in the thick fur on his stomach. It was warm, soft, safe. That night, Archer had practically buried himself in the snow before coming back inside. It was the only thing keeping his instincts.
It's even colder tonight. If it gets any worse, I might have to shift and...
Good night. I don't need your tail.
I hugged the toy tighter. Some things simply couldn't be forced. As much as I appreciated Archer's body, behind me, Archer froze. I could practically feel him staring at the back of my head. Then his ears disappeared and his tail vanished. For the first time in weeks, we slept in different sides. Archer thought he'd finally get a peaceful night's sleep. Instead, he didn't. Meanwhile, soft, steady breathing drifted from my side of the bed. Sometime after midnight, something fluffy wrapped around my waist, then tugged, trying to drag me backward. Half asleep, I frowned. Without opening my eyes, I swung an arm behind me. Smack! A solid hit. Everything immediately went quiet. The next morning, my stuffed tiger was gone, and Archer was nowhere in sight. I looked out the window. Snow was falling heavily. In the middle of the yard, Archer was carefully washing the stuffed tiger. After scrubbing it clean, he clipped it onto the clothesline. The moment the wind hit it, a layer of ice instantly formed over the entire toy. Archer stepped back, admiring his work, looking deeply satisfied.
Nice weather today. I thought your tiger needed some fresh air.
I was speechless. Archer didn't just wash the stuffed tiger, he washed the clothes I'd changed out of yesterday too. Unfortunately, he somehow scrubbed 2 holes straight through my underwear. Feeling guilty, he went to the market to buy me new ones. Not long after he left, there was a knock at the door. When I opened it, Jasper was standing outside. A pair of rabbit ears rested on top of his head. His face was flushed red. He could barely stay on his feet. It looked like his rut had arrived.
Annie, help me. Please.
Despite the freezing weather, Jasper wore only a white dress shirt. Several buttons were undone. The exposed skin was pale as fresh snow. Snowflakes clung to his long lashes. The tip of his nose was red from the cold. His blue eyes looked like polished gemstones. This was the first time I had seen him clearly since my eyesight returned. So this was what my doctor and neighbor actually looked like. He swayed unsteadily and leaned against me. His hot breath brushed my neck.
The Federation's new regulations. Humans can form bonds with 2 beastmen now. When he comes back, he can be the first, I can be the second. I won't make things difficult for you. Or, if it's too troublesome, just pretend I was never here. I'll go home and sit in an ice bath.
Jasper turned as if he really intended to leave.